No matter how old you are, every single person who has played Minecraft has some nostalgic memories of their first world, their first time fighting the Ender Dragon, their first build, and the first time their friends blew up their house with TNT. So in this video, I thought it would be fun and maybe a little bit wholesome to look back at some of the oldest worlds I can find and try and put myself in the position of the person who made them. And so we enter our first world. This is from Yushi H, and it's a dog. It's their dog, actually, and it's also their dog that I had to rebuild using blocks that looked similar to the texture pack they used in the image, since I couldn't download the map. Anyway, I never had a dog growing up, so I never got to build one out of Minecraft blocks. But if I did, I imagine it would look something like this. Very little detail, objectively bad, but still, this was 2010, so most people weren't very good at building back then. And wait, 2010. Now, this is where this map becomes more than just a few blocks and some rather devilish looking eyes, because 2010 was 14 years ago. And well, there's no easy way to put this, but a dachshund, which I presume this dog is, has an average lifespan of 12 to 16 years. What I'm saying is, there's a pretty high probability that Ryushi's dog is no longer alive. And well, you know, that's how life goes. Nothing lasts forever and all that. But if Ryushi was a kid when they made this, then this dog, we'll presume it's a she, grew up with him. She was probably next to Ryushi on the bed as they built this 14 years ago. And well, that's just the magical thing about games like this. I mean, let's be honest, Ryushi has probably completely forgot about this build. If they were 14 when they built this, then they're 28 now. They could have their own family at this point, and whilst their dog is likely no longer with them, this Minecraft build will always be here. And if for some reason it's ever removed from Planet Minecraft, where I found it, then at least it will be in this video. And I hope Ryushi somehow finds this, and I hope they remember the good times they had with their dog. I hope they remember the day they built this, and I hope they get some enjoyment out of it, because I've had a lot of enjoyment imagining the life of this dog. And if you do have a dog, maybe you should go and open up Minecraft and build a statue of them, and give them an extra big hug, and another one from me. Anyway, I need to lighten this video up a bit, don't I? So why don't we look at this? It's just a static image of the Eiffel Tower. I can't download this map either, which seems to be a running theme for a lot of old maps. But what I can tell you is that the person who built this in 2010, TerraPlay, was very proud of their achievement. They built it in their Minecraft server and set up a warp command for players to come and witness it themselves. And whilst I'm not going to rebuild this one because it's likely beyond my skill level, I just find it amazing how far we've come since 2010 in terms of building. This was really impressive back in the day, and now we have builds like this. This Eiffel Tower by Devlek is literally life-size, and let's be honest, it looks a lot cooler than the 2010 version. But that's not the point. In 2010, this was cool. No one had done this before, and judging by the amount of views this had on Planet Minecraft, a lot of people probably visited that server to go and look at the build themselves. Hey, maybe people made friends on that server. I know I made a lot of friends back in the day on Minecraft servers. And I guess that's the theme with this video. The builds themselves might not be that wholesome, but the endless possibilities and stories that could have originated from these builds is the wholesome part. And that's a running theme with every old build. But allow me to dip back into the more personal side of Minecraft builds for a second. Ryushi's dog from earlier was built for fun, and it happened to become a memorial of sorts. But this map is different. This is a grave built by Master. The description reads, "In memoriam, in memory of my loved ones. This project is a way of dealing with death." Not only is the build actually very beautiful, but it also holds a very personal meaning for the builder. Their grandma passed away, and this was their way of dealing with the loss. I don't think there's much more I need to add to this. But it is a perfect example of one of the things that amazes me with Minecraft. Every block placed by someone can hold such a personal story, whether it's spending a whole week building the Eiffel Tower and the enjoyment and connections that come from building and sharing that, or spending time creating a piece of Minecraft art like this, where I imagine the builder, Master, was thinking of their grandma throughout the entire building process. There is really something amazing about that, I guess. And to slightly stray from the whole point of the video, I think that's what annoys me most about the recent Minecraft movie trailer that got released. Minecraft has always been a game about the players, and the fact that Steve can be anyone. It can be me, you, your granddad. It doesn't matter, because there isn't a main character in Minecraft. There's just the player. And they're not trying to complete a story, they're making their own story. Which is why it's kind of infuriating to see Jack Black pop up on the screen as Steve, and well, you already know how it's gonna go. It's just gonna be like every other blockbuster Hollywood film. Which just kind of sucks, because it really does take the personal touch out of Minecraft. Anyway, bit of a side tangent. Sorry. Anyway, back to a more light-hearted build again. This cathedral was part of an interior design contest in 2011, and hey, it's pretty good. Skane built this, and Skane, if you're somehow watching this despite being 13 years older than you were when you made this, I hope you won the contest, and I hope life's been treating you well since. Maybe you've become an architect and managed to build your own cathedral, who knows. But despite this valiant effort, if I were to just type in this command here, yeah, building has really come a long way. This is St. Basine Cathedral by Cult of Happiness, and it's just insanely detailed, and I have a feeling it would beat Skane's Cathedral in the interior design contest. But yeah, modern builds are better than old builds. That isn't new. But the real point here is that these older builds set the foundation for the bigger projects. The people back in 2010 were creative just because they felt like it. They didn't have any inspiration. They didn't have anyone else to compete with. They didn't make these builds so they could get fame or recognition or money. They didn't know the possibilities that existed in the game back then. All they knew was that they wanted to try and build something cool, and they tried their best to do just that. And I think that makes them legendary in their own right. Whilst there are so many old builds and maps available online, there's only one thing that's really important to remember. The overwhelming majority of worlds are lost forever. I know mine are. My first house, my first burnt down house, my first wolf, my first mob farm, my first redstone contraption. They're all gone. And with age, so are the memories that came with them. And I would pay an awful lot of money just to walk around my old builds and try and unlock some of those memories. And I think that goes for a lot of people watching this. We'll never get back the worlds we made when we were younger, along with the memories linked with them. And that's why these builds are wholesome. They represent friendships made, summer holidays spent, and fun times had. And if you're watching this and you've only played Minecraft for the first time recently, cherish these memories. Because one day you'll look back and you'll wonder where all the time went. This isn't really like anything I've made before, but I hope you enjoyed it regardless. I was planning on making a video about the Minecraft movie trailer and how it just missed the whole point of Minecraft, but I figured I'd wait and see what the end product is first. Maybe I'll make the video in preparation for the release anyway, since I don't have high hopes. I'm not an avid Minecraft player anymore, but I used to be. And where I used to find most of my enjoyment in just playing the game with friends, I now find it in seeing what other people have managed to achieve. Maybe that's a bit sad, but who cares? If you're like me and you like the more nostalgic, creative side of the game, then consider subscribing. It would mean a lot. And I hope you have a good day. See ya.